The Three Little Pigs. Once, a mother pig, who was getting older, had 3 little pigs and not enough food to feed them all. When they grew up, she sent them out to discover the world and seek their fortunes. The first little pig was exceptionally lazy and completely avoided work. As a result, he built his house out of straw. The second little pig, despite being somewhat lazy, made an extra effort and built his house from sticks. Later, they sang, danced and played together throughout the day. The third little pig toiled diligently throughout the day, constructing his house with sturdy bricks. The house boasted a robust structure, including a beautiful fireplace and chimney, appearing capable of enduring even the most powerful winds. The following day, a wolf coincidentally strolled by the lane where the 3 little pigs resided. As he noticed the straw house and caught a whiff of the pig inside, he envisioned a delicious meal and felt his mouth watering. So he knocked on the door and said, little pig, let me in, let me in." But the little pig saw the wolf's big paws through the keyhole, so he answered back, no, not by the hairs on my chinny chin chin." Then the wolf showed his teeth and said, "Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house down." So he huffed and he puffed and he blew the house down. The wolf opened his jaws very wide and bit down as hard as he could, but the first little pig escaped and ran away to hide with the second little pig. The wolf proceeded along the lane, passing by the second house constructed of sticks. He caught sight of the house, sensed the presence of the pigs inside, and his mouth started to water at the thought of the delicious dinner they would provide. So he knocked on the door and said, little pigs, let me in, let me in." But the little pigs saw the wolf's pointy ears through the keyhole, so they answered back, no, not by the hairs on our chinny chin chin." So the wolf showed his teeth and said, "Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house down." So he huffed and he puffed and he blew the house down. The wolf was greedy, and he tried to catch both pigs at once, but he was too greedy and got neither. His big jaws clamped down on nothing but air, and the 2 little pigs scrambled away as fast as their little hooves would carry them. The wolf pursued them down the lane, coming close to catching them. However, they reached the brick house just in time and slammed the door shut before the wolf could get to them. The 3 little pigs were extremely scared, as they were aware that the wolf intended to devour them. This turned out to be very accurate. The wolf, having not eaten all day, had developed a strong appetite from chasing the pigs around. Now he could smell all 3 pigs inside and was certain that they would make a delightful feast. So the wolf knocked on the door and said, little pigs, let me in, let me in." But the little pigs saw the wolf's narrow eyes through the keyhole, so they answered back, no, not by the hairs on our chinny chin chin." So the wolf showed his teeth and said, "Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house down." Well, he huffed and he puffed, he puffed and he huffed, and he huffed, and he puffed, but he could not blow the house down. Finally, he was so breathless that he could no longer huff or puff. With that, he paused to catch his breath and thought a bit. But this was too much. The wolf danced about with rage and swore he would come down the chimney and eat up the little pig for his supper. While he ascended to the roof, the little pig started a roaring fire and placed a large pot of water to boil. Then, just as the wolf was coming down the chimney, the little piggy pulled off the lid, and plop, in fell the wolf into the scalding water. The wolf ran away from the pigs, fearing for his life, and never bothered them again. Consequently, the pigs lived happily ever after and learned the value of working hard for a secure future.